there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Maryland's offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Washington. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Nittany Lions offense will have its first possession of the game. It will be a priority to get the passing game up and going, something they really didn't do with one of their biggest weapons last week, David.
Yeah, and last week he just wasn't a big part of the game plan. And I would expect if you want to get explosive plays going and you want to get this offense in a good spot, Jesse, you're going to find this guy on the outside. He can turn matchups into nightmares for the defenses. I think he'll be used early and often this week.
Yeah, so if I'm the quarterback, I want to get him going early, right? And maybe I'm calling some easy throws, some hitch routes, some slants. Just get him touches, get the juju going, get the focus and the rhythm and locked in early in this one to make him a bigger part of our game plan today.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. We'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That's caught. It's Manning. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Pocket breaking down. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wideout level noise. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They believe in their running game on third and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be fourth down. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. App State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mountaineers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Nittany Lions line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Makes his man miss. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. The inside handoff. Past the 30. He's loose. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get to the end zone. Nice run.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Terrapins want to move quickly. They'll try to pop the draw. Shoots his way from home. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. To the air. It's Washington. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Motion from the wide receiver. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Terrapins hit it quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. Here's a heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Completes the shuffle pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick completion on the out route. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Handoff to the single back. Turning it on! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, better look out! Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The run from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Looking to throw on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Terrapins racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Punt is in the air on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. He'll pull it on the read. Got a little space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, that's a really nice read. This offense has had a lot of success with the running back getting the ball, right? Running the pitch. The quarterback doesn't anticipate that. He keeps the football, makes a nice read. Nothing but green grass, makes the big play on the run.
Under fire. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Safe completion on the screen. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll knock down for a loss of a couple. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, and he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Caught near the sticks, it's James. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Tackle is made at the 37.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's James. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Motion from the wideout. Gonna look downfield again. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw, it's Washington. He's got it on the move. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now on 2nd and goal. Goes straight ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Red pass, it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Under fire. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after breaks into the open. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Courtney. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's first down from the 11. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith.
And, man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Complete to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Grab near the marker. It's Reynolds. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got it in the middle. It's Denmark.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
To the air, it's Wilkins. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They just keep firing. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Finds a little space. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They ran it on first down, now on second. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. That incompletion is an engraved invitation to the punt team. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Running into the open space. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. The sure hands, it's Reynolds. And they're able to get him down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Throwing right. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. From 55 yards out, doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's James. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's James. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Back to pass. It's Washington. Makes the grab on the left.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Pulls it in. It's James. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Terrapins are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Reynolds. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Handoff from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll run it from the gun. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. That's caught. It's Denmark. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty time, just the mean time.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to get... It's a fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Washington. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
17 on the play. And first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's reeled in, it's Manning. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just keep slinging it. Looking for a big gain. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And here comes the punt team. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Looking for a gap. It's Hayes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Long way to go for this offense. 1st and 10 from their own 12. They'll give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick shovel pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They'll throw it from the red zone. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Hayes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year, and this one is going to rest in their minds for the entire season going into next year.
And it's not going to sit well with the losing team. When you lose these, you're going to get hounded, and you're going to get hate. You're going to get social media is going to destroy you about losing to your rival. But you got to put it past you. It is just one game. It's not that big of a deal. Well, Jesse, yeah, it kind of is.
It kind of is a big deal. You're right, David. I mean, a lot of these kids, they played with each other or against each other in high school. They've known each other for a long time. There's going to be a lot of trash talking going on, not just between players, but the fans, their families, coaching staffs. This is a game that's going to get talked about for an entire year. And you talk about wanting to get revenge, it's going to take some time.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.